pride in giving back to alcoholism. You don't care about the people that will starve. You support the inevitable looting that will take place.
Open up Ontario!
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 Let the 1% go! We're coming for them!
Do with our health. Everything to do with totalitarian global regime. Absolutely. And I tell you this, if this is about our health, how come that all recreational spaces, beaches, parks, trails are being closed?
Makes no sense.
That liquor stores, drug stores, and the access to porn is there.
Cash grab.
That's right. If this is
That's what the, that's right, yeah.
who are Christians, who are people of faith, how come the churches were closed first? How come? Right? They were closed first and they left us. Again, with the liquor store, with the access to pornography and so forth. This is how the regime works. Because in communism, in Poland, this is what they've done. They prosecuted people for faith. They closed the churches. They did not allow us to have crosses on our neck or speak publicly about God.
Open up! 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 Open up!
Open
There
up!
is a person amongst us
You guys missed it. It's
who
2 minutes of
took
Canada.
her sister in the beginning or halfway through lockdown, and she took her camera and she went to 7 local hospitals, all freaking empty. Don't tell me that this is about COVID-19. Right here. Media lies! Media lies! Media lies!
Media lies! Media lies! Media lies!
Media lies! Open up!
Greetings, friends. So it's about 12:15, May 2nd, Saturday, downtown Toronto. I'm just in front of Queen's Park. This is where our government meets. This is where the legislature meets. I don't know if they're in there right now. And, you know, small protest going on right now. Maybe, I don't know. There's at least 100 people here. I mean, so I mean, I had to come down to this, of course, because morally, I can't, you know, sleep at night if I didn't protest. And I've never protested before in my life, so this is the sort of thing that'll get you out. Obviously, the virus is a total scam. I mean, anyone who doesn't know that right now is either being deliberately immoral or just lacks the brain cells. But even if there was a serious virus, it doesn't justify giving up our basic freedoms. So I just came down here to protest, hopefully publicize some of this. I don't really know the affiliations. I know there's libertarians here, but I don't really know. I mean, I don't know any of these people, but I like the spirit. I mean, obviously, it's nothing like it's been happening in the U.S. because Canadians are pretty soft and we follow the rules all the time. But it's a start. It's kind of a big green space here. We're at the south end of Queen's Park. So they want us to. The guy wants us to spread out so we're more visible. And these cops are keeping watch on us. Now, if you see us standing 6 feet apart, it's because we're trying to play by their rules. We don't want them to crack down on us. That's why we're trying to, you know, we're trying to play a game. We don't want any unnecessary reason for them to break us up.
to listen because you're going to have to go back on your knees and ask him forgiveness.
Yeah, personally, I'm quite disappointed in Doug Ford. I mean, he's called the protesters here a bunch of yahoos the last time they showed up, which was, I don't know, a week or two ago. And I mean, he just seems out of touch. I did vote for Doug Ford. I mean, I won't be voting for him again. And he seems spooked. He seems scared. He seems extremely stressed. So I almost feel sympathy for the guy. The guy's red in the face every time he's on front of the cameras. But obviously someone's controlling him. I mean, we know these international corporations. We know these NGOs are putting pressure on all the world leaders. But he does seem to have drunk the snake oil. He does seem to actually believe this stuff. So data has gone out the window. Nothing like this has to do with science anymore. It's about controlling us. Probably economic consolidation for these mega corporations. We see Walmart. We see Metro, we see all the big supermarkets profiting enormously. We see small businesses completely taken out. I mean, how many small businesses are even going to be left if they open now, which is probably a very small number. Very small number. I mean, restaurants, how many of them are going to be closed forever? So this is all about getting us more reliant on the big corporations. We can expect more social media censorship. As we're already seeing, Facebook is banning even organizing protests like this. Facebook will take it down. So, but I was lucky, to find this on Facebook. That's how I knew that this protest was going to be here. So they couldn't get to everything, but I've heard that they're doing that in the U.S. I'm going to take a little walk here. Oh, I see. Yeah, they're trying to get us more visible because it's kind of a loop here. The cars drive one way north and then they drive the other way south. So it's not quite enough of us here, but obviously. But hopefully people will see this and maybe they'll be motivated to come out next time. Because it doesn't look like this lockdown is ending anytime soon. I think they're pretty much sticking to the plan now. I mean, obviously the data doesn't matter. I mean, obviously at this point, they would have reopened like several weeks ago if data had been part of the picture. So that's just reconfirms my assumption that this is all about a coup. It's an international coup. It's a corporate coup, globalist NGO coup, with lots of benefits for the pharmaceutical cartel. Open up! Open up! Open up!
We do not consent to this. First silence is consent. You will not be silent!
End the lockdown!
The media does not question authority! Fire Tam! Fire Fauci!
Tam is our chief medical officer, and then he referenced Fauci, who you all know in the U.S. These guys are, I mean, Fauci's not even a practicing doctor, like he's an academic, from what I understand. So I've only been here by the roadside a few minutes, and yeah, we're getting a lot of horns honking. We're getting people supporting us, which is good. I'd say, you know, 80% of the people passing by, you know, a lot of them, they don't do anything. Some of them honk. We got a few people giving us the middle finger, and then we got a C.D.C bus driver, not a bus, it was like a wheel transit or something. He was, he had a super mask. He had one of those plastic visors, and he was wagging his finger like this at us. So, you know, that just goes to show that the mind control is very deep, and the bitterness is very deep here. The fear is still very real. But luckily, you know, people are starting to wake up.
Get them back in there while we can. Although we should probably be unschooling, shouldn't we?
End the lockdown! 6,000, 8,000 Canadians die every year from the flu and pneumonia. This is a little weird. All right, this is weird. This car is, nope, you're not getting a face scan of me. Suburban. No more face scan of me. BMA 436. We just got scanned by the police state there. BMA 436. That was freaking weird. Woo! So we legitimately got a face. Thank you. We legitimately got a slow-moving Suburban, tinted windows, driving by, slowly scanning our faces with like a high-tech camera. Big dudes in the front of the car.
Globalism is dead!
I like that sign, resistance and tyranny is obedience to God.
Yes!
Woo!
God keep the land glorious and free. Atta girl, that's what I'm talking about.
That's a kick-ass sign. I like the mention of God. You know, people are afraid to mention God these days, so it's cool.
Terrified, see?
It's cool that you have God in that.
Where's the other side of yours?
God reigns supreme.
Resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. You see that?
Kick-ass sign.
Yeah!
Yeah. Freethinker Silver. That's Freethinker Silver. It's my
Freethinker Silver?
Yeah, it's my YouTube channel.
Awesome.
Yeah. It'll be there. Woo! And lockdown! All right, I'm gonna go for a little stroll. See what else is going on here. We pretty much seem to have spread out along the perimeter, although there are some people still in the center there, because, you know, that has more symbolic appeal if you're right near the front. I don't know if Doug Ford is actually in the building right now. I mean, Doug Ford, for those of you that don't know, he's our premier, which is kind of like a governor. Open up! I think every Canadian right now who is no longer convinced of the narrative that the media is feeding us, the obligation is on you. The obligation is on your conscience to protest right now. This is an exceptional event. I am not a normal protester, but I mean, how could I live with myself if I didn't protest something like this? I'd say there's probably, there's definitely more than 100 people here. I don't know. You can guess. You can look at all these people here. Just on this side of the park, there's probably at least 60 people right here, around here, and then in the middle, and then on the other side, we could be looking at 200 people, maybe more.
Fucking filming too.
That's right, we are filming. Why wouldn't you film this? Those kids are like, what's going on? Naive kids. So it's coming up on about 1 o'clock p.m. and I'm just trying to ascertain roughly how many people are here. And I mean, I can't count them all, but just giving you a pan around. And we're trying to cover the road there, of course, but then there's people here in the center. There's people all around. I mean, it could be more than 200. Could be 250. Easily 250, I think. Yep. Getting a lot of honks. It's good. Honking is definitely the support. And we get some middle fingers from other people. But those people are definitely minority. I mean, a statistical minority. You know, they're numerous though. They're not as many as the honking. Yeah, there's that same SUV, that creepy SUV. Now it's got its camera turned to the front of the protest. I don't know what it's up to, but it's ominous. And you can see it's parked on the median. And there's the CBC is here. The CBC gets funding from the Canadian taxpayers, and they use that money to brainwash us. Well, City News, behind them, City News is just as bad.
You guys are heroes!
City News is horrible.
True Canadian patriots! I love you all! Thank you for coming out! You made a huge difference! You might have saved this country today!
There it is. So bad even introverts are here. Exactly. Even introverts are here. That's how bad this is.
Instead, hospitals were twice as busy on a normal day before COVID-19 came along. Anyone's wondering, I'm not a show, in case anyone's saying that in the background. Now, everyone here, I'm sure, has been to a hospital the last 10 years. It's pretty hard to miss the hallways full of dying patients waiting to be seen. This is known as hallway healthcare.
Like all these people And then obviously a big mass of people all in here. So it could be, it's definitely more than 250. It could be up to 400. I mean, it's hard to say. Woo! We definitely got a lot of people honking. What a nice guy that is. Oh, not one. Hey man, you got a job? You working? You got a job? Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah, go hide under your bed, hey? Go hide. This guy's so pissed off, he walks by the whole protest, gives us all the finger. Then I ask him if he has a job, he doesn't give me an answer. Yeah, you have a nice fucking day. Yeah, you, have a nice day.
Don't get sick.
Oh, don't be upset, you just walked by the whole protest, you gave everyone the bird. See, he's a coward, he's a coward. He's a coward! Sorry, I didn't get any of that on film because I was too busy talking. There he goes. There he goes. That's what it looks like. That's what a coward looks like, folks. A guy like that. There's more positivity. Woo! And yeah, it just blows my mind. There are a lot of sick people in this society. That's how they win. That's how they conquer you. You know, they divide and conquer. They get people infected in their mind, and they do most of the work for the rulers. Sadly, that's how it is. Open up Ontario! Open up Ontario! Open up Ontario!
Open up Ontario! Open up Ontario! Let the 1% go! We're coming for sobriety, alcoholism. You don't care about the people that will starve. You support the inevitable looting the longer this shutdown goes on.
That's right!
You don't care about people's mental health. You don't care about children. You don't care. You love your shackles. You represent
I just can't believe how many people are buying into this.
Come and take them.
Nice. Yeah, they want to take our guns away. That sign was a reference to Liberals just passed the bill to take away
Had the virus?
any assault weapons. They're sneaking that in. I don't even think Parliament is meeting as they pass this legislation. So I mean, like, it's after 2, so I think some of the people have already gone home. So I just wanted to do one more final walk through. But so there might have been even more people than what you see right now, by maybe my 50 or so. But apparently they're doing it again next Saturday at 12 to 3. So I'll be back here next Saturday. Hopefully there'll be more people. So yeah, if you live in Toronto, if you live in Ontario, you live in Southern Ontario, next Saturday, right down here at Queen's Park, right in front of the legislature, 12 o'clock next Saturday, we will be here. It's cool. I got a good vibe from this. The first protest I've ever been to, and I gotta say, I had a good time. Hope you guys learned something, or hope you guys maybe were inspired, maybe not, but all right, hasta luego, amigos.